I'm Mandi Mystic. Welcome to my deep reading. I've pulled quite a few extra cards from my Threads of Fate Journeyer Edition Tarot and my Threads of Fate Journeyer Edition Oracle cards. This is sort of a long-term reading. I would say the next 6 months out, if not a little longer. If something doesn't resonate with you, it may not be exactly the right message, but I have a feeling most of this is going to resonate. I have a very strong feeling about this draw. A lot of positive messages here, and some messages from your spirit guides. Just, some guidance to help you manifest your best life. And we got off to a very good start here with the Three of Wands. I like to show the cards, kind of help you get a feel for the imagery because that's really important. The Three of Wands, well, first, 3 is a sacred number. It's a very good number. And a lot of times when you see angel numbers, 3 is a really good number to see. 333 or 1234. If you're in the process of manifesting, or if you're looking for a sign, that's one way that your spirit guides can communicate with you. The Three of Wands is a good confirmation card. This card says that you are on the right path. And if you aren't quite sure where to go, or if you just got started on a new leg of your journey, rest assured that you are going in the right direction. Whatever choices that you made to get you here were the right ones. So, the energy behind this card is intense. You're in a new stage of manifestation, a new stage of actualization of your dreams and goals. You may not even have like a solid concrete idea yet, but I'm seeing, a hobby or a passion turned into a business. If you've been tossing around a business idea and you think, well, I enjoy this, I'd be really good at this, or you see a hole in the market somewhere where the supply does not meet the demand, this is your sign to not just plan out a business, but go ahead and get started on the steps. The only thing that's holding you back is fear. This confirmation here, as long as you are willing to manifest with integrity, do your best, and learn your lessons along the way. Don't be stubborn. You have the chance to really achieve greatness. I don't care how many people have done it before you. I don't care if their stuff looks better than your stuff, or if they have more tools or materials or more clients. They had to start somewhere, and so do you. Everyone might be doing your idea, but everyone is not you, and that's what makes it great. There are 300 other witches, readers, psychics doing the same thing I do on Etsy. There's a million metaphysical shops, and I got a little intimidated, but I did not let that dissuade me. And I'm glad I didn't, because nobody can be me. Nobody can be you. I found my place, and you're going to find your place, regardless of how many other people are successful. That's their path. You may come in and you may break the mold. You may have ideas that nobody else has, but you don't know until you try. So don't let fear hold you back from that. And another connotation with this card, if you aren't now, you will be coming into a growth mindset. And if you are not in a growth mindset, then you are being called to enter into a growth mindset. Things that are holding you back, people that are holding you back, relationships that are holding you back, you don't have time for that. How long are you going to allow people, places, things, and situations to keep you stuck? How long are you going to wait for them to change? How long are you going to wait for you to change? Did you know that disingenuous people in your life can literally block your progress? Did you know that they can put down concrete blocks in your way? Even if they don't mean to, they can block you. Feeling jealous? Feeling insecure? doubting you, even if they're worried about you and they speak fear into your plans. They can evil eye your plans. They can evil eye your greatness. And you pick up on the energy whether you realize it or not. And that starts to make you doubt what you can do. It's toxic. You don't have time for that. If somebody has negative energy, say hey, go on your way. If people want to know why you're not close anymore, you're working on yourself. You don't have to have a knockdown, drag out fight to distance or cut someone off. You can outgrow people. It's okay. I know people are probably telling you, oh, but that's your third cousin. Y'all have been, or, you and this person have been best friends since high school. Okay, and it's run its course. I have things to do that don't involve them. I have to grow. This can be a card of repetition, a card of look out for synchronicities, so coincidences, but you get kind of a sense of deja vu. You keep saying the same thing over and over. Maybe you see a certain animal over and over. Look up the meaning of that animal. That could be a spirit guide. The spirit of that animal could be calling out to you to tell you about a transition or a period in your life, or to tell you about a strength or a weakness. Don't overlook anything. Think deeply. If you keep seeing the same numbers over and over again, find out what they mean. A lot of times it's your spirit guides or angels or just the universe trying to get in touch with you to give you encouragement, to give you warnings. Pay attention to what you're thinking about when you see coincidences and angel numbers, especially angel numbers. If you're seeing repetitive numbers all the time, 111, 555, 1212, 1111, they have more than one meaning, first of all. But second, a lot of times it has to do with what is currently on your mind. If you're seeing repetitive numbers and you're constantly thinking about negative things, they're trying to tell you, hey, stop thinking about negative stuff. I tell so many of my clients, thoughts are spells. Thoughts are manifestation. If I do a spell for you, or if you do a spell for yourself, and you're doubting that spell, and you're worried about the outcome of that spell, and you're obsessing over that spell, and you're looking at the picture, and you're thinking you don't deserve it, it can't happen, there's no way, no, this isn't going to work, I just don't know, I have bad luck, I'm doomed, all those things, it can delay the fruition and manifestation of your spell, or it can just make it not happen altogether. The same thing applies to your life. Do not cut yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. You are worthy of so much more than you realize. The universe does not grant extra to a lacking mindset. What you put out into the world is what you get back. If you're putting out positive speech, not talking in negatives, not thinking in negatives, you're going to get back positive. How do you catch a fish? You got to have bait, right? You want to catch a big fish? You got to have some fish for bait. If in your mind you have no fish, you're not catching no fish. That's how the universe works. Whether you got that fish or not, you need to talk like you got that fish. That money, that manifestation, that lover, that best friend, that job, that career, anything, it will make its way to you. Look up the law of attraction. I cannot stress this enough. 3 of Wands, whatever it is that you plan on using to improve your life, your life's work, the next leg of your journey, you have to go into it with a pure heart, with a good heart, with the good intentions. And that doesn't necessarily mean, you're going to be a con artist, but you have to be doing it for the right reasons. Don't, you don't want to just go into it for the money either. Your heart has to be there. You don't want to get burnt out your first year, because after a while, after you have money for a while, it's no longer a motivation. It's so easy to get. What's your purpose? What motivates you? What drives you? That's where you want to look. That's where you want to start. I was just talking about a lacking mindset, law of attraction. The 9 of Cups here, this tells me that you've been probably looking at the bank account a little bit more than you should be. And you're obsessing over everything that's coming in and coming out. Stressing and worrying. Do not create a lacking mindset. Do not create the energy of, I don't have enough, I can't get enough, there won't be enough, because then there will not be enough. Worry less about what is in your bank account and worry more about how you can enrich your life. Don't worry about what you don't have, and look around and be grateful for all the things you do have. And I'm not saying you're ungrateful, but the universe operates on positives. If you are positive in what you already have around you, you thank the universe for what you already have around you. Thank the universe for what you're manifesting, even though it hasn't come yet. Thank you for this check for $1,000. Thank you for that new car. Thank you for that new job. Universe, thank you for me being a money magnet. It'll make its way to you. But you have to appreciate the things that are around you first. Practicing gratitude is so important. And feeling complete and being whole and being happy in the present moment. I can't stress that enough. Anyone that's always looking for the next thing that's going to make them happy, oh, this is going to make me feel whole. This is going to make me happy. No, it starts with your mindset. If you're always looking for bad things, you're going to see bad things everywhere. If you train your brain to look for the good, and you train your brain to look for the positive in everything, look for the potential in everything, opportunities in everything, you're going to start seeing potential opportunities and good everywhere you go. It'll be hard for you to be in despair or in a bad mood. You'll have so much positivity around you to lift you up. And the higher you vibe, the more comes to you, the better off you're going to be. This is another card saying look for angel numbers. If you're having dreams about numbers, if you are having dreams about certain people, animals, symbols, the same scene over and over again, pay attention to your dreams. Something or someone is trying to contact you or show you something. Because, this is the third card I've gotten about angel numbers. I told you 3 is a sacred number. So this is pretty insistent. The Seeker of Wands here. I use to see imagery is important. The Nine of Cups also asks you to let go of bitter feelings. If you're angry, if you're harboring negativity in your aura or in your heart for whatever reason, maybe someone did you dirty, maybe you miss out on opportunities, let that bitterness go. Push it out the door. The Seeker of Wands tells you the same thing. As long as your cup is full of negative, there's no room for the positive. We don't want. Let's see. Once you let that go, that's when the blessings start coming in. The sky's the limit. Okay. I love this. I love this particular image. You've got a letter, a wand with a flame, the moon, and what looks to be like diamonds raining from this hat. Going on a trip, manifesting. There's a wand with a candle tip. Manifesting greatness, manifesting checks, manifesting something, acceptance letter. You are at the cusp of really spreading your wings. There's always a transitional phase in your life, in every reincarnation, where you shed that old skin and you step out like this newer person. Your eyes are wide open. You see potential in things, but you also see the danger in things because everything you've been through. But you're not angry. You're healed. You're cautious but friendly. You're grateful but calm. Capture that. Capture the essence of your childhood youth when you saw the beauty in everything without forgetting your lessons. That is what this card is asking you to do. Look around and find inspiration. If you can't find inspiration, make inspiration. If you're so burnt out you can't even think about inspiration, take a day off. Take a little trip. Get some wine, paint with your feet, whatever it is that you do in your spare time. Just take a minute not to care about anything. Get that pressure off of you. Ease that pressure off. There'll be room for things to come in. Now remember, I told you that this reading's for about 6 months or more out. So this is the progressive story. From now to 2 months to 3 months to 4 months to 6 months, we have the world. This is the end of the journey in the tarot, but this, it don't get no better than this. The whole world is at your feet. This wreath of journey, the all-seeing eye, because you've already seen it all. You already know. You've seen your future, you've seen your past, you've seen the good, you've seen the bad. This sword, because you fought your way to get here, this imagery, don't take it lightly. The world card, you literally have the world at your feet. Everything you fought for, you're getting it. It's here. You've manifested it. You fought for it. If you do the difficult things that you're being asked to do, your potential is really limitless. The only thing that's limiting you is the people, places, things that's holding you back, and your limited mindset. Don't doubt. Take 2 seconds and think about what you would do if you could. Career, business-wise, anything-wise. What would you do? What's stopping you from doing it? I'm willing to bet it was a person, place, thing, or a limiting mindset. I'm seeing in the cards that you can do this. It's waiting for you. It may be scary to let go of old toxic people. It may be scary to make your circle this small. It may be scary to give up on something you've been studying for I don't know how long, but you're already miserable. And you know, instead of going to college, you want to be a fashion designer. Do what makes you happy. Because without inspiration, there's no success. Success is not measured by money. Success is measured by the skipping your step, the glow of your aura, the smile on your face, not looking for other people's validation, being confident in yourself, loving yourself, waking up every day knowing you made the right choice because you're happy. And that happiness isn't external. It's not coming from anybody but you. It don't get better than the world card. This card's asking you to work on your self-love. This is the pillar card. And this is specific to the deck I'm using right now. This success is going to take you by surprise. You may very well be working on the very thing that's going to make you successful. That's going to break it. Just break the glass ceiling. And you have no idea. It's going to take you by surprise. And all this work that this deck is asking you to do, that your guides are asking you to do, the universe is asking of you to let go of these mindsets, let go of these people that talk down to you or make you feel self-conscious. Those people, every time you tell them your dreams and they're like, that sounds hard. Are you sure you want to do that? I don't think that's a good idea. Let them go. Don't post on your Facebook every day. Don't stay on social media telling everyone your next move. Don't tell everyone on social media you have a job interview. Don't tell them you just got your first client. Don't tell those people your business because they're going to shoot it down. Thoughts are spells. Thoughts are the evil eye. If you have bad thoughts towards a person, even by mistake, even if it's nothing malicious and you're just salty at that day for whatever reason, that's the evil eye. If you get enough of that, it'll tear you to pieces. Let go of the need for external validation. If every time you call somebody with good news, they don't seem happy, they're not happy when you're happy, you don't want them around. Pay attention to who only calls you when they need something, when they're bored or when they're hungry. You don't need that around. They're distracting you. They're siphoning your energy. Whether you realize it or not, they're going to make you feel inadequate. Why don't you get invited to this, this, and this? How come my own sister, how come she doesn't talk to me, but she'll talk to these people 5, 6 times a week? You know, it's like, okay, so you have all these best friends, but you can't talk to me? You got a toxic mom, toxic dad. They don't treat you very well, but they treat your brother or sister really great. You don't need that in your life. That's always going to be in the back of your head. This success is going to take you by surprise. It's going to come at you so fast that you may stop and feel like you don't deserve it, or it's not real, or it's not going to last. And if you don't have the right people in your circle, even if it's just you, you're going to believe it. You're going to be scared. You're going to create a lacking mindset. They're going to evil eye your opportunities. They're going to be salty. And I mean, if you have bad enough people in your circle, they're going to sabotage you. Even our own parents. I mean, some of us, we have, toxic parents. They will sabotage us. They watch our kids, and then next thing you know, they can't watch the kid this week for whatever reason. Well, I have a whole job. Oh, sorry for you. Oh yeah, come move in with me. You got your best friend saying, hey, come move in with me. We'll split the bills. It'll be great. 2 months later, all hell breaks loose. They're jealous of you. They're starting fights, sabotaging you, causing drama, making you late for work. We don't need that. The only thing we can really trust these days is our dogs, our cats and our dogs. If you have habits at this time, while you've achieved success, now we want to maintain success. If you have bad habits right now, it's time to ditch them. Things that used to be to our benefit may be to our detriment in these days of success. Time is money. If you have an issue with scrolling on the internet, watching videos, spending too much time on TikTok, going out to the club, going out to the bar, whatever it may be. Maybe you like taking too many vacations. Reel that in. Think about your health. If you're binge eating or whatever, if you've been eating way too much takeout, that stuff affects your mental health as well, and it affects just your energy levels. It affects your outlook. When you're tired, cranky, need a nap, feeling like a 4-year-old, do you have hope for the future, or do you just want to punch everybody in the face? Yeah. Don't wear yourself down. Don't be dehydrated and living on McChickens or steaks full of butter and salt and then try and rule the world. It's not going to work. Whatever your particular advice has to be, like, it's stress relief, okay. But if it's crossing over into burning through your assets or burning through your time or making you feel like crap, it's time to shed that skin. You don't want anything holding you back. The world card, it's worth giving up a lot for. On the flip side of that coin, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So we have the 8 of Coins reversed. You can see that they're sewing, they're creating their threads of fate, they're weaving their future. But the needle is up here, their creation's down here. And down here's their key. Down here's their diamonds. Down here's all their effort. They're going in the wrong direction. All that energy being spent, but they're going in the wrong direction. Do not get caught up in perfection. Don't get caught up in the rat race. Don't get caught up in trying to keep up with everybody else. Don't get caught up in what people want you to be or trying to impress everybody. If the business down the street is doing twice as much business as you, that's okay. Because you're just shooting for what you can do, what you do best, what inspires you, what makes you happy. Don't try to micromanage. Once you elevate to this state, your time is money. Don't try to do everything. And yes, I know nobody can do it as well as you. But as long as the floor is swept, the numbers are punched into the computer, somebody's running the cash register, the counters are wiped, or whatever it is, As long as it's done well enough, it gives you time to focus. It gives you time to focus on the important things. You didn't get to where you were by just wiping counters. You get to where you are from innovation, inspiration, following your vision, networking, burning the midnight oil. If you compare yourself to everyone else on your journey, you're always going to fall up short. They may be on a 32-mile journey and you're only on a 10-mile journey. It's going to look like they're way further ahead than you, but you're closer to the finish line. Don't compare yourself to other people. We all have different lessons to learn in this life. Perfection is not necessary. That's where self-love comes in. You have to accept yourself as you are. Accept your limitations. Accept that you're not always going to get it right. Don't beat yourself up. Learn your lesson from situations. If you fail, you've learned something. Take what you've learned and apply it to the next time you try. If you're scared to look stupid or you're scared to fail, you're never going to get anywhere. We're sent here as babies with no memory of where we used to be. We're supposed to mess up, and then we get to do it all again in the next life. On to our oracle cards, and these could be capturing the energy now or just giving you messages about what you need to focus on. And this is a seeker. Now, the seeker can be a good thing, but the seeker can also be unbalanced. Are you seeking completeness within yourself? Or are you seeking it through external validation? Are you waiting to be completed like you're half of a whole? You're not half of a whole, you are whole. You're not just a half of a person running around out here. Don't put your whole life on pause, your happiness on pause, looking for that next thing that's going to complete you, that twin flame, that soulmate, that perfect job, that size 3, size 2 jeans that you want to wear, whatever. That number on the scale does not mean anything as far as your contentness as a whole being who is sure of themselves and their journey and their judgment. My incense is going crazy, so I think the spirit agrees. Next we have the Sovereign. The Sovereign in my set is usually the Queens, but this is the Oracle deck. It's a little different, although this is a card of royalty. You can see the crown, the flowers, what looks like a sword, the moon for manifestation, diamonds, that light emitting from it. The Sovereign is a pusher in a good way. Push yourself to be the best that you can be, but not compared to anyone else's best. Push yourself to do well for you, to try your best. Push yourself to be happy. Push yourself to do good things. Self-love is important through this whole message here. The Sovereign is an important card because I think it is telling you the best way to get to where you want to go here. This is a card of structure. So if there's anything unstructured in your life right now or soon, try to get a hold on that. Try to develop some routines. And that can be really hard, especially if you're doing shift work and things like that. If you don't really have much to build a routine around, even just waking up 30 minutes early, going for a walk, having a nutritious breakfast instead of just running by McDonald's, sit down and have some oatmeal with some fruit. Take 30 minutes to meditate. Take time for yourself. Maybe take a class to build your skills, or take, just a personal enrichment class. Spend 30 minutes every evening journaling, doing shadow work. Building a vision board is really good. It's a great way to manifest visually. Visualizing your end goal is a good way to bring your spell thoughts into action, into manifestation. So spiritual classes may also be a good idea. If you have a particular spiritual path, or if you're thinking about taking a spiritual path, diving into your spirituality while you're working on yourself that, I mean, it's a given that you're going to grow. You may hear a lot of spiritualists and witches and light workers and things of that nature. You might hear them talk about once they start on their spiritual journey, everybody falls away. Rain just started. Everything just falls away. People fall away. Their craving for bad food goes away. Their craving for alcohol goes away. Their self-defeating thoughts go away. And they open up to a whole different type of thinking where they're more self-aware and they become aware of their traumas and why they do things they do and why they're reacting to people and why people are reacting to them. Their intuition goes up. They're able to see through people better, to see their motivations. Build a routine, not one that feels like a chore, but just build a routine that emphasizes what you already have, that you can add to easily, that makes you feel fulfilled. If everything in your life is fairly predictable and you're able to prioritize yourself early in the game before you reach success, it's going to be easier for you to handle that success. Because you might think, okay, all this money's coming in, my dreams are achieved, I got this from here. No. If you're doing the same old, you're staying up till 4 in the morning, you're eating food that ain't good for you, you're feeling like crap, you don't have no energy, you're letting bad people into your life that either evil eye you or they just take you for everything you've got, success can be a burden. So really work on yourself. Those angel numbers, don't just look up the angel numbers, but look up numerology. Keep a dream journal. Just different things like that. Build your life around what you want to be, not what it is now. Yoga, have some Reiki healing done, maybe get some crystals, set up an altar grid, something like that. And this is going to help you to get to where you want to go and be able to handle it when you get there. I also highly recommend to all of my clients to wear an evil eye. You have no idea how much bad stuff is being thrown at you on a daily basis. I wear several. And I send pictures of these all the time. I have evil eyes all over my house. I have one on my car. I have one on my computer. I have one everywhere. Because, and not just that. You don't want to just use the evil eye, but I mean, it's important. If it breaks, replace it immediately. Like I said earlier, don't tell people your business. Don't tell them your next move. Don't tell them your plans. Don't tell Facebook nothing. I don't even get on social media like that anymore. And if I do, I don't tell people about things I got going for me, because I'm sure you have that one person where you call and you tell them, oh yeah, I got some good news. Yeah, I'm getting a new job here. I got an interview. I know I'm gonna do really good. Or, hey, I just filled out an application for this house. The landlord said I'm gonna get it. A week later, what happens? That person didn't seem too happy for you. What happens? It fell through. That's the evil eye. Pay attention to that. That's a coincidence. That's a stenocracy. If that keeps happening around the same people, you know it's time to cut them out of your life. And unfortunately, I've had to cut out family members because they were the ones. My husband, he always wanted to call his whole family anytime we had anything good going for us. And for years, we'd be going to buy a house or look at a house to rent or whatever. It'd fall through. We'd tell him about, this new job we're going to go do. It would fall through. For years, they never were happy when he was happy. And I told him. And I was like, okay, call your mom and call your brother right now. I want you to tell them about this, this, and this. In a week and a half, it's all going to fall apart. Watch. That's exactly what happened. That day, he put an evil eye on his wrist, and he shut his mouth. He ain't never tell them about nothing ever again. Even after something comes to pass, the opportunity's been grabbed and it's been done, we still don't talk about it. People don't deserve access to your energy. They don't deserve access to all your business. It doesn't matter how long you've known that person. It doesn't matter. No. They have to pay an entry fee. Definitely. And that's loyalty. and not be in low vibration. I hope that you've enjoyed your reading. It's been about 35 minutes. It's been a little long. I hope I've been able to help you here. I'm seeing a lot of great things coming up. I know the anxiety is pretty high right now with everything going on, but you're going to make it through this. You're going to rock it. It's going to be okay. Blessed be.